Hello, my friends. Teacher Allison here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to talk about another option available to online teachers. Today, it is substituting online. I'm going to share 5 different companies with you. 2 of them do not require certification, and they are all national companies. There are many state-specific options available out there, but this video today, we'll be talking about companies that serve nationwide. Today, we're going to look at 5 different companies, and those companies include Connections Academy, K12, Elevate K12, Fusion, and Proximity Learning. The first company that we're looking at is Connections Academy, also Pearson Learning, so you may find it underneath that title as well. Connections appears to have the best rate of pay at $125 a day. Beyond that, though, they also offer an additional $75 per month base pay. This is for your first full year. And then you get a raise, so to speak, every year until you're getting $250 per month as a base to your pay. For those of you who are wondering about whether you need to have your bachelor's degree or certification for Connections Academy, yes, you do. To be a substitute, you will need to have both of those. And because Connections Academy is available in multiple states, if you are, for example, wanting to teach for Georgia Connections Academy, then you will need to have your Georgia State certificate. The grade levels available are kindergarten through 12th, and the hours that are available are going to be normal school hours, so Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., depending on the time zone for the school where you're teaching. Their substitute positions are not one-off kind of substitute positions. They are long-term only. They're usually 2 weeks or more. They average about 12 weeks. During this time, you do get a lot of support and additional training as you're learning about this particular platform. Also, it's a great foot in the door if you're looking to have a full-time position with Connections Academy. And as an aside, they do have a full-time position that is considered a floating teacher or internal sub. And this person would likely do the one-off when subbing, as well as other jobs that they have to do on a regular basis full-time. Number 2 on our list is K12, and it's also known as the Stride Company. As you can imagine by the name of the company, they do serve grades K through 12. This is another one that you will need to have your bachelor's degree and your certification for the state. When you're looking for this one, simply put your state in front of K12 to find more information. So if you are teaching currently in Kansas, just type in Kansas K12 to find additional information. But I will put a link for all of these at the bottom so that you can find more information. Number 3 on our list is Elevate K12, not to be confused with K12, which we just spoke about. Elevate K12, though, is another company that works with the students in the regular schools. This one offers $20 an hour, and again, you will need your certification and your bachelor's degree to be hired by this company. Although the name of the company does include K12, for this particular substitute position, they are looking for grades 6 through 12 teachers. They offer 10 or more hours a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, again, time zone dependent. With this particular position, you're not being hired as an employee of the company, but an independent contractor. The last 2 companies on our list are for those of you who've been holding out for those companies that don't require certification. The first one that we're going to talk about is a company called Fusion. Now, according to Glassdoor, Fusion offers $17 to $39 per hour. I didn't get any specifics on that. I could not find pay directly on their page. So again, that is just according to Glassdoor. Do you need a bachelor's degree? Yes, you'll need a bachelor's degree. Plus, they ask for expertise in relevant areas. Certification they list as not mandatory, but it is a plus, and the grades that they're looking at again are 6 through 12. This is a little bit of a different situation than the other ones, which have been pretty much working with children in the school systems or children that are deciding to learn from home virtually. This is a one-on-one experience, and they ask for people with experience with students that have ADHD or other learning differences. And if you have experience with mentoring students, that's a definite plus. The website does well to tell you how to find the substitute information on their site, but also look for mentor substitutes if you don't see that. They do have a variety of subjects available for teaching, including English, history, Spanish, Mandarin, ASL, French, and math. Last but not least is Proximity Learning. I just had an interview with them and they offer $20 an hour. You need your bachelor's degree, but you do not need to be certified. They do expect you to have experience though, and be sure to highlight that on your resume when applying with them. Their schedule is probably the most flexible of the ones that I've talked about today. They actually ask for a minimum of 3 hours a day and up to a full educational day, so maybe 7:30 to 4 o'clock. They have classes you'll be substituting for another proximity teacher. You could have 15 or 30 students in that classroom, and you're doing a lesson for that period of time during the day, substituting for that teacher, so you will obviously have lesson plans available to you. They do use different platforms. They use Canvas, they use MobyMax. Then they like to use a variety of online tools such as Pear Deck, Flipgrid, Nearpod, and that sort of thing. Once again, this is a normal school day from Monday through Friday, and the kids are in the classroom and you are the virtual instructor for this group. One thing to keep in mind with this particular company is that they don't hire on a constant basis. They're only hiring maybe every 2 to 3 months because they hire according to their need. So the upside of that is that when you are hired, there's actually work available. So unlike a lot of companies who are just onboarding so many teachers and then there's not enough work for them, this is one situation where it's not an oversaturated market. Go ahead and fill out your application for this company. And then she mentioned that it's usually about 2 to 3 months that they start onboarding new substitute teachers again. This is one that if you do have your certificate, you can work full-time for them. So again, if you're looking for a full-time position at some point, it's another great foot in the door. You can certainly apply for a full-time position there as well. Just a few final options to consider. First of all, consider substituting in your own district's brick and mortar schools. These schools are currently in a greater sense of need because of COVID, and you may discover that your school has an incentive to get more substitute teachers. In my district, they actually doubled the pay for the 2021 school year. Also, you may discover that your district has an online teacher or teachers that are focused specifically just to those students who are taking classes virtually. Those teachers also need substitutes. So that's something you can look into in your district as well. Don't forget that your friendly Oracle Google is always at hand and available to help you. You can easily type in virtual, remote, work from home, substitute teachers for your state, and you will be surprised at how many options pop up. Another option besides Google are LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed, and other job search engines. If you haven't taken the time already to check out my video about those job search engines and their usefulness in finding online work, please take a moment to take a look at that as well. And finally, I will include a link down below with a list of virtual schools by state. Take a look at these, and again, if this is something that interests you, then just look for substitute teachers on these sites. You can also contact someone from the site and ask what they do for substitute teachers as well. In the description below, I'll also leave a link to my comparison sheet, which I used while creating this video, so that you can have the information in one quick look. Thank you for joining me today. I'm always so appreciative of those of you who do tune in to this channel, and I hope you're getting a lot of useful information to help you in your job search, in your educational career. If you have other ideas, things that you are interested in but aren't able to find information about this, please feel free just to drop suggestions of things that you would like to see in future videos so that you can find that information that will help you find the job that you are looking for. Also, coming up in the future, we have Crystal from Crystal Clear Curriculum. We're looking forward to seeing her very soon. We'll also be looking into other platforms as well as, like Crystal, other curriculum. Lots of new fun things to come up. I hope you'll join us. In the meantime, you can hit the subscription button, and we will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye. Today's chat is going to be about teaching the time zone of the school that's being taught. I'm always so appreciative of those of you who do turn in. You'll want to stay tuned. Thanks. Bye. Today we're going to look at 5 different companies, and those companies include Connections Academy, K12, Elevate K12, Fusion, and Proximity Learning.